Hey everyone, it's Valerie Wyndham. I am here at Halo Aesthetics in beautiful Milton Keynes with the Halo Aesthetics owner, Nikki Zanna, and skin therapist, Katie Marshall. Welcome, ladies.
Hi.
Hi.
Thank you for being here.
Beautiful. Thank you for having me. Well, we're here to talk about a specific facial, but first of all, Nikki, can you tell us about Halo Aesthetics?
Yeah, sure. So Halo Aesthetics was set up about 9 years ago. I set up the business just to address the demand in the area for non-surgical treatments. So I was one of the first people in Milton Keynes, and it's just really grown from there. So we've gone from just me working on my own to growing the team and having Katie. We've got another nurse called Jazz, and we've got some other visiting practitioners as well. So we've grown the team. We're in central Milton Keynes on Silbury Boulevard, and we offer a whole range of skin health treatments, anti-aging treatments, injectable treatments, non-injectable treatments, peels, facials, skincare. Yeah, we do a whole range of stuff to address most sort of common concerns with the skin.
Well, with me turning 30, I'm 33 now. Let's not put that on the video. Well, when I turned 30, I thought that was the time to really get into skincare and get serious with skincare. Katie, you and I have talked about this a lot with certain products and certain concerns. What are sort of the most common concerns that you're seeing with clients here at Halo Aesthetics?
What you said is really valid, because that is the age where we know scientifically that the collagen production starts to tail off. So you're not making as much collagen, and the quality of the collagen is not as good as it used to be. So your kind of age is quite often when we see the people coming in for the first time with aging concerns.
Yes.
So fine lines, wrinkles, a bit of skin laxity, that type of thing. But we have clients as young as 14 who are battling with teenage acne, right through to clients who are in their 70s. So we do cover that whole spectrum of ages. Usually, as I said, people your age will come in saying, I've noticed this line in between my eyebrows, or I've noticed that I'm getting a little bit saggy here. And then Katie has people coming in with, I've got acne, or I've got acne scarring,
dull.
My skin looks a bit dull, or I've got these patchy brown spots, or it's much more about the skin condition, from acne and sensitivity and rosacea and hyperpigmentation, through to I just want my skin to look a bit fresher. I just want to look my best.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And I think skincare is a very personal thing, so I think it is a confidence boost to do something like a facial. And speaking of facials, I heard about the WOW facial because all the celebs are trying it, and there are all these skincare fads, all of these different facials you hear about, but the WOW facial really struck me because Katie was explaining how it's bespoke. So Katie, how would you describe the WOW facial that we're doing today, and why is it so special?
Exactly what you said there, because it is customizable, it's completely bespoke, so it's not one model fits all. So there's sort of 6 elements, if you like, that we can pick and choose from, but we can really customize it to what that client needs, what their sort of goal is, and things like that. So we incorporate different types of peels. We have a little bit of mesotherapy, we have LED light therapy, bit of dermaplaning.
What sets it apart from your standard facial, your spa facial or your beauty salon facial, is the results and the longevity of the results. So we've all been to a spa, had a lovely facial, it feels really nice at the time, it feels amazing, and then we go to bed, wake up the next day and think, well,
Totally.
Yeah.
Been there.
Yeah, and it is a nice experience, and I think sometimes it is just nice to pamper yourself and do that. But I think nowadays people are really looking beyond that, and they actually want more for the money, basically, and they want results, and they want things to last. And people are much more aware of skin health is such a major issue now.
I want to know the whys.
And people are much more into the science behind skin and how things work, and I think this facial, it has the name facial, and it is a facial of sorts, but it's actually a very medical facial, and it's drawing on lots of popular aesthetic treatments, so things that we do all the time in the clinic, like peels, like microneedling, like LED light, but it's taking all the best bits of those treatments and building them into one. You know, all these things are really good in isolation. You know, microneedling's great, peels are great when you do them on their own, but imagine putting all those little bits together into one treatment, the effect that that gives. And what this facial does is it actually physically changes the skin. It makes the skin behave in a more healthy way, and it changes the skin physically, and that's why the results last, because it's not just putting something on the skin to temporarily plump it up or make it look glowy. It's actually changing the skin, and and the results last 3 months.
And who has the time to be doing all of that separately? So I think this is the perfect facial for me. It's sort of a one-stop shop. But having 6 different elements to this, Katie, what are we going to see today? What are the different elements that we're going to see?
So we're going to start your treatment with obviously a cleanse, but then we're going to incorporate a skin peel, which is going to remove any surface dead skin cells. So it's not a deep peel. Do dermaplaning, which is going to take off just the peach fuzz. So, but it's not abrasive at all. It's just to take, because the hair can reflect the light, so that can make the skin look a bit dull as well sometimes. And also, if we can remove a little bit of that dead skin and that vellus hair, we can have better penetration of products. So then we're going to feed your skin with hydration. We're going to use LED light therapy to help to heal and repair and work more at a sort of cellular level as well.
So for new clients that have never really experienced a facial or never been to a med spa or a cosmetic clinic before, talk about downtime, and like you said, it's not an invasive treatment at all, so I don't expect any pain. Sometimes things can be uncomfortable, but is this something that a new client would favor?
Absolutely. So there isn't any downtime, as in you're not going to get days of shedding or you've got to take a period off work or anything like that. Initially after the facial you might look a little bit sort of flushed, that sort of natural healthy glow, because we're stimulating that blood circulation, which is going to feed your skin and bring oxygen to your skin, so you're going to look healthy, maybe a bit rosy.
You could go home and put makeup on and go out that night and look amazing.
Yeah, because again, people don't have time anymore to be like, okay, I took a facial and I have to take 3 days off of work. So my favorite thing to do after a facial is to schedule a night in, just so it really has time to penetrate, but I haven't noticed any reason to have downtime. So we're going to make sure that you see the entire process from start to finish with Nikki and Katie right here at Halo Aesthetics. So here we go.
So we're just applying your skin peel. This is a lactic acid peel, so it's just going to gently remove any surface dead skin cells.
Feels very velvety.
Nice and soft. But you might get a slight bit of tingling, but nothing that will be too uncomfortable. However, if you do feel uncomfortable in any way, let me know, okay? There's different types of peels. You've got superficial, you've got medium, and you've got deep. So what we're using on you today is a superficial peel. And even this stage is customizable. So we're using a brightening peel on you. It's going to make the skin glowy and dewy. But if you had acne, we could change for an acne. If it was sensitive, we could change for sensitive skin. And basically what it does is it does a couple of different things. So it can, in effect, if you think of it as like a little Pac-Man that can munch away at dead skin cells on the surface of the skin.
I'm picturing that now.
Or it can dissolve the bonds between the dead skin cells, so then your skin can shed naturally. Or it can stimulate new cells, and then you might get a bit of peeling. But nothing like Samantha from Sex and the City. Those kind of peels are more a deep peel, and they're a medical that you'd have for severe scarring.
Yeah, and who did she even go to get that crazy looking? Come on, girl. Should have gone to Halo, just saying.
You've got like these little fluffy hairs around here. We're going to remove all of those. So it's nothing that's too aggressive or abrasive. I think there's a little bit of... in fact, actually, something I should say is people are under the illusion that dermaplaning will make more hair grow.
Oh, really?
It's absolutely impossible. You can't stimulate hair growth unless you're stimulating the blood circulation to it, so like pulling it out with tweezers or wax or whatever. So we're literally just, it's almost like dusting off that little fluff.
So the next stage of the WOW facial is the WOW Fusion, and Katie is showing the WOW Fusion device, and this is basically a little microneedling device that's got 20 gold-plated titanium needles, which are tiny needles that penetrate the skin, and each needle's got a little spiral groove down it, which allows the solution in the vial to travel down into the superficial layer of skin, and that little cocktail that you see in the vial is a combination of hyaluronic acid for hydrating the skin, and there's over 40 different vitamins and minerals and peptides in that little vial as well. So basically it's delivering lots of nutrients, collagen stimulating peptides and hydrating hyaluronic acid into the skin. And this is one of the key stages of the WOW facial. Katie's going to demonstrate how that works. And this is one of the parts of the treatment that's customizable. So we can actually customize the mesotherapy solution to your exact skin needs. So whether that's dryness or loss of collagen, fine lines, pigmentation, sensitivities, we can really bespoke that cocktail for each individual. So it's just a very gentle stamping motion into the skin. Val, do you want to tell us how that feels?
It's so funny you just said stamping, because I was going to say it just feels like a little bit like a light prickly little stamp.
So the needles are only 0.6 millimeters in length, so they are just penetrating the upper layer of the skin. So it doesn't cause bleeding or some of the redness that you would see with a traditional microneedling treatment.
And then after this, it's just all hydration and repair.
All the collagen hyaluronic acid serum is sort of embedded in the matrix, and it all looks really smooth when it goes on. And then as the contents of the mask are absorbed into your skin, you can then start to see the matrix forming on the mask, and that's kind of telling you that it's drying out because it's pulling everything out of the mask. So when you, like, if I take a picture of it now, it just looks dead smooth. And then when we take a picture at the end, you almost see like this grid formation on the mask, because
I cannot tell you how amazing that feels.
yeah,
I feel like I just jumped into a waterfall of heaven.
oh, I love that line.
It feels like, like a burst of like
Hydration.
moist, just water.
So it's like, when I said it feels like your skin's had a massive drink of water, that's what I meant.
I feel beautiful.